Hello. I am really excited to be sharing with all of you this message that it is not about why, it's totally about the how. And one of my favorite stories that I share with folks that talks about the how was right from when I was a very little girl. I grew up on a street where everybody was from somewhere else. And so as a result, all of our Christmases and our Thanksgivings were together. And everybody had 2 kids. And when a whole bunch of us turned 5 years old and it was time to go to kindergarten, that first day of school, my mom is faced with the principal, and the principal has to say, I'm really sorry, Tracy's not able to come to this school for kindergarten. And my mom is asking, what do you mean? And they said, yeah, Tracy needs to go to a special school. And my mom said, how come? And the principal said, well, you know, Tracy's got to be able to tie her shoelaces and do up her own jacket and get ready for recess. Because when I was in school, we didn't have educational assistants. And my mom was saying, well, Tracy can do that. And the principal's just thinking that my mom is overestimating what her little girl can do. And my mom, unlike myself, who's totally outgoing, my mom is a complete introvert. And I don't know where she found it from, but she decided to counter offer. She decided to say, okay, well, how about we try Tracy just for 1 week and see how that works out. And if it doesn't work, then we can talk about where we need to send Tracy. So the principal agreed. And I don't remember any of this conversation, but what I do remember is my mom on her knees facing me. And she's like holding my shoulders and she's looking at me eye to eye, like I'm looking at you right now. And she says, Tracy, it's really important that everybody's included at recess. She says, it's really important that you and all the other boys and girls get outside to play together, okay? And I'm like, okay, Mom. So come recess time, I tie my shoelaces, and my friend next to me, she can't tie her shoelaces. So I tie her shoelace. And then I see a bunch of kids can't tie their shoelace. And it's my job to make sure that everybody feels included, that everybody's able to go outside and play together. And so I tie all of the shoelaces. Well, after school, the principal and my mom come up and they approach me and they say, so Tracy, how was today? Did you get outside for recess? And of course I say, no, Mom, I'm really sorry. I didn't get myself outside with everybody at recess time. So they think that I haven't gotten myself ready in time. And they go over to the teacher and they ask the teacher what happened. And the teacher says, sort of bashfully and almost in an ashamed kind of way, sort of says, well, actually, Tracy helped everybody tie their shoelaces. And by the time she tied everybody's shoelaces, the recess bell was over. And so it's really great that I could tie my shoelaces. But what does this have to do in the business world is, you know, how often do we have these preconceived notions about what's appropriate or what project we could take on or what's affordable or what is it a certain employee is able and capable of doing? And you're trying to convince even your stakeholders to buy into this new fabulous product idea, and you're not sure they're going to go for it. You know, how often are we stopped by standard operating procedures because that's what's supposed to happen? And in reality, they don't have anything to do with the how. Just because you don't know how it's going to work out, you're going to figure it out. And so it was pretty inappropriate that I was the only kid without hands that had to be able to tie my shoelaces when none of the other kids could tie their shoelaces and they were able to be in the system. So think about that when you yourself are stuck with wanting to embrace the possible, when you're looking to exceed. So this is my invite to you to embrace the impossible.